Hi everyone, I'm Ardashir. If you have watched the previous video, I was talking about UK Startup Visa, and I explained that I'm in the process of finding the best immigration path to run my startup and run my business. So I have been through different countries and I'm checking and analyzing each one of them one by one. And I just try to understand how is the process, and also I try to just show you whatever I have done, or we can go through each one of these countries so that could be useful for you somehow if you have any idea to run your business or startup, and probably you have been looking for the best countries that you can start your business, because there are loads of things that we need to care when we want to run a business and when we are not based in that location. So we just need to do R&D, we just need to research as much as we can. And Portugal is one of the most famous one recently, which they run this startup scheme since 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And it's very famous and popular these days. And let's just dive in and see how is the process. Right. Okay. I want to just search like this to Portugal Startup Visa. Okay. So they have a government website. So you can see a startup visa. The support and promotion of entrepreneurship innovation. For more information on how to obtain a startup visa, check the following information. And also they have Yapme, which is an agency that works with government. This is the agency website that works with government, and they are trying to help government to run startup visas. Okay, so we get back to Google page, and we are looking for some websites. This is the government website, and this is the agency, Yapme agency that works with government directly. So this is the best place to go, because at the end you need to apply from this website and it has more information. I don't know why it takes this long. So this is the page, a startup visa. What is it and who can apply? I would say let's go directly to the application guide that they provided, which is in English. And this is a table of content that they talk about the scope of the startup visa, the procedure, registration and application, submission, and contract, and so on. Right. So the scope of the startup visa. This is startup applicable to entrepreneurs who intend to develop the innovative or entrepreneurial project in Portugal, even if they haven't created a company. So it doesn't matter if you have already registered a company or not. But at the end, when you moved into Portugal, you need to register a company. B, entrepreneurs who have already have business projects in the origin countries and want to deploy the activity in Portugal. So if you already have your company, your startup in your country, it would be easier, I would say, to move your startup here. And probably they would be happier because they believe that the idea is already proven and you just try to expand the business here. And probably the decision making process would be faster for you and you can get your visa faster. This is the preview of the login page that you need to apply. And the interesting thing is they created a flowchart about the whole process. So let's go through it briefly. In the first place, you need to register the application as a candidate, and you need to declare your interest to several incubators. And then some of them, or at least one of them, should give you an offer, which they call it incubation offer. And when you got your information and your offer, then you need to fill out all of the information that they ask you on the platform, and then you can submit to the YAPME. So, how would be the evaluation and decision process? They said YAPME evaluation is 30 working days, but it's not true. It's just a number. Uh, for your information, I already applied for this visa and I haven't got my response yet after 4 months, which is 120 days. Okay, so in 120 days, I would say they have been working on the project more than 90 days. They say here 30 working days, but it has been more than 4 months so far, and I haven't received any response yet. So this is just a number. And then two things could happen. The first scenario, which is they accept your application, and then you can go and sign a contract with your incubator. I'm still unsure about these 40 working days. Hopefully, it's not like these 30 working days. And if not, if they reject you, probably they give you 10 working days to provide any document or explanation or something like that. And then um, you will be ready for immigration. You get your contract and you need to apply from embassy, and after that you can just prepare everything to immigrate to Portugal. Then they explain about the registration and application submission process. First, you need to, in the first stage, the candidate must start the process by filling all the fields, such as project description, identification of all entrepreneurs, as well as uploading the following documents. So each one of the candidates, so you can have like, I would suggest to have at least two entrepreneurs, because I remember I have talked with most of the incubators and they mentioned that how many people are you working in this project? I said two people. I said, okay, it's better to have two rather than just one person. And that could increase your chance as well. So for each entrepreneurs, you need letter of motivation to demonstrate the interest in developing entrepreneur and innovation project in Portugal. You need some personal information, personal documents like passport. If the citizen doesn't have a tax or social security in Portugal, should add a declaration under commitment of honor. Then you need criminal record certificate that you can get from your home country. Also, you need to have a bank statement to demonstrate the existence of own financial resources for each entrepreneur, which equals to 12 times the social support index, which could be different from year to year. So whenever you want to apply, you just need to find out about this social support index and multiply it by 12 times, and you need to have that amount of money in euros in your account. And also you need CV. In the letter of motivation, you need to explain about the innovative nature of the project, to what extent is innovative, the potential for growth, to what extent is scalable in the market, how many jobs, for example, you can create, uh, and something like that. Then submission of the application to Yapme. So you fill out all of the information, you explain about everything about yourself, about each one of the entrepreneurs, and also you need to answer several questions I guess that was around 9 questions that you had to respond about your business. And then when you're done, you can go to the next stage. In the second phase, only after positive response. Okay, so now you need to get offers from incubators. So you need to just search for incubators that are working with government and apply as much as you can to get at least one offer from them. And when you're done, your information is already done and you got your offer, then you can submit the application to Yapme, which is we are in that stage. Evaluation application decision by Yapme. As I told you, 30 working days is not true. It might be true back in the time in 2018 when they run this scheme, but not anymore, probably because it's very popular. And you still can contact this email, but I remember I contacted them. They haven't responded me. So this is another thing. And then you need to just have a contract with incubator. I would say you just need to know to this stage, because so far you have your business idea, you have your all of the information, and you already applied until this stage. And then you have uh, a lot of time. Okay, and probably you just need to work on your business in the meantime so that they get back to you and you can proceed with the rest of the application. So I suggest to stop here and read the rest of them later. So sometimes I feel like we don't need to know too much. We just need to know just this much so that we can just start and apply the process. So I suggest you just start this process and apply, and just focus on whatever you have here, what's on your business. And these are the extra information that you learn later on. Okay, now let's go to the portal, and I want to show you the Yapme portal. So you search Portugal's and you search Yapme login, and then you go to this one. Right, so this is a login, and you need your passport number, passport country, name, phone number, and everything like that. And when you're registered and when you're signed in, you have the portal, and it would be like this. So this is the application that I already sent. As you can see, I sent like 2025, March of 2025, and we are in July now. And it's been more than, it's around 4 months, roughly. And still, I haven't received any feedback from them. This is the application, and this number is the date they started this startup scheme. And as you can see, I have one tab, one section, which is incubation request. I sent like six, around 75, around 90 requests to incubators, and I got 10 offers, and I got 16 rejection, and also 65 pending that I don't have any hope they respond, because some of them, I believe, they don't open even their dashboard. I mean, the incubators. Some of them hardly have a website. So I don't rely on these. So I just know that I have these offers, which is a good thing. And then when you click on the application, you have this. So it mentions the status of your application, which is in progress yet, and the decision not available yet. So overall, this was the process of applying for Portugal Startup Visa, and that I explained you. You just need to start the application and fill out everything and answer whatever they ask you. And after that, you just need to wait for a long time. Oh, by the way, let me show you something. I was waiting for this, and I expected to receive the my result around 30 working days, and now I didn't get any. So I searched on Google, like, and then response Reddit. I went on Reddit and I found some people were talking about this. So somebody said I've applied for a startup visa through Yapme, but I'm still waiting for action on the submitted application for more than 2 months now. Same as me. That was 1 year ago. They say that they are pretty busy and hence unable to process application in time, and I totally understand them. But now, with no fixed deadline, this feels like a dark path ahead with no idea on how long does it take. I read this article which says it usually takes 4 to 5 months. It's true, and if anyone else faced this, right. I also contacted my incubator and they said that yeah, it usually takes 3 to 4 months on average, but we can't say anything like that, anything, but just the average time is 3 to 4 months. You just need to wait. Yeah, somebody else said this is the first time I saw someone under this category so long a story. No, you will never know the exact timeline. It could be tomorrow or in 10 months. Last year we applied as a team. We will wait 10 months, wasted all the energy we had, and also the startup got delayed and we were in so much trouble. Then we applied to Latvia. It was very difficult journey, but was very fast. We moved there and now we are able to start 2 more projects in Germany and Austria. Met lots of people. They all said the same thing. Lots of people had to choose different pathways, but a very few got in with 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, it's like that. So it's a bit annoying. I've applied more than 13 months ago and I still been waiting for a decision. It's quite ridiculous indeed. So this is all the information that I would say you need for a Portugal Startup Visa. I explained you how you can apply, and I told you about the process, pros and cons like this. But still, you can consider it. It's a good country, but the response, their response rate is not very interesting, and they might just ignore some applications. This is what it is, and we can't do anything much. So that was all for today's video. Thank you. See you on the next video.